And call the meeting to order. And for the roll call, Jeff is here. James is here, Jay is here, Jim's here, and I'm here. Out is Connie Clifford. She said she may try to dial in, but she had surgery last week, so she's excused from the meeting. And then Janet called me this morning and she's recovering from the flu and didn't want to get anybody sick in the area. So
Appreciate it.
So, okay, can I get a motion to excuse Connie and Janet from the meeting?
Well, here's Janet, if you want to wait.
Oh, is Janet on? Oh, she's, oh, there she is. Okay, Janet's here then.
Online. I'll motion to excuse Kyle. I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approved. Approval of minutes. We need to approve the minutes from the last meeting we had in August. Such a long time ago. We have an approval for the minutes. Or do we need to read the minutes? No.
Just make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve the minutes. Okay, second.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now we have the public communication for anybody that would like to provide comments for the board. They can do it written or they can do it here in person. And if there's anybody who would like to say anything, give you 3 minutes to give a talk, and then we'll move on from there to the next person after 3 minutes. Anybody have anything they'd like to address or say to the board in this meeting? Online? Nope. Okay. Old business. Duck Lake Carp Management Update from James.
All right. I met with, we met with the guy's name. Oh, Kenneth Bowen. He's the one that is, been my contact for the carp and the vegetation in the lake or whatever not. Anyway, he's going to join us at our next meeting. So he'll be here to talk with everybody and share like their data and, you know, the information that they have so we can make a better decision based on what information provided by Herrera and by them. And we could work together. So they'll be here next month. November.
Did you get any feedback from Scott Anderson on the lawyer reviewing the work verbiage of the?
Yeah, that's done. He said that there was no issue with that. I don't.
So they could move
I
forward
think
with
that they were looking at changing some things. They were looking at the verbiage, the way that it's written into code right now, the verbiage as far as the carp and the mechanical removal of the carp. And
Yeah.
so they're looking at options and what that looks like and things. But as far as the verbiage goes in the city code right now, it's just messy and they're trying to clean that
Yeah.
up. So they're aware.
Yeah, that's one of the things that the police department said, that they wouldn't cite anybody for bow hunting carp. If they were doing it, they wouldn't say anything because of the way the code is written right now. So,
Did we catch one yet to send for DNA?
No, and we need to try to catch some, like, I haven't even seen any since I said that. Oh, yeah, we'll do that. But if anybody on the board or wherever can catch one,
maybe we can get Frank to shoot one.
then, well.
Let me call him.
However, I can't find him since we said that. Oh, yeah, we'll catch it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
once we find them, yeah, they said that they would, test them. Kenneth was saying that he feels like he has a place that they could take them and test them, the DNA testing, and so we could find out the age and different things of them. So, but we just need to catch a few of them first, so we can, you catch one, throw it in your freezer, let me know.
Well, yeah, do they have to be live? I mean, there's obviously,
they'll
I've
be
seen
dead.
a bunch of dead ones all through the summer,
Yeah.
through some of the canals, so.
Yeah.
Do you want to scoop a dead one?
I don't care.
We can scoop a dead one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
if I see something, I'll scoop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just throw it in your freezer.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I get it.
But anyway, so they wanted to test the age of the carp and then that was basically about it. So then they gave us a name for David Cummings. He's they may be coming to a couple of other people. Who did you talk to, Jim, when you went up there?
I talked to can't think of his name right now.
From the Department of Ecology.
Department of Ecology, it was a guy that basically his job is fresh water.
Right, and that's. what
And
this guy
he,
does.
he also said, and I can reach out to him if you'd like me to, that he would come out, that, you know, if we gave him some notice, he'd be happy to come to the meeting.
If you
That would be
could,
good.
if you could send me his name, I'll check with Kenneth and see if he's already bringing him, and if it's not, maybe.
Right, actually, you got the email I sent you with the,
Oh, that's right, I'll look at that.
and he's right on he's the one that addresses it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'm 75, I got the memory of a nap.
Come on.
That's all I have.
All right. Waterways no wake zone buoy update. I wanted to put this on there. I was hoping that we could get Sergeant Dan here from Waterways Police part side of it, because he's lined up with and talked about them getting new buoys. Do you know anything about? the
I have not been updated on the buoy.
I'll try to reach out to him this week and see if I can talk to him and find out what's gonna go on. I would really love to see all the new buoys in spring of next year.
Yeah,
When the season starts, so that everybody understands the canals are no wake zones.
yeah.
I've caught 3 people this week so far. And yelled at them and they slowed down. And they said, what do you mean? And they go by my dock and my boat's like going up and down like this. I said,
Yeah.
that's a wake. So,
So no update.
no update really.
Okay.
New business. And I added I wanted to put some on here. One is the Bass Canal entry cleanup. We were talking about doing that. And I asked Marshall to be here for that and for the fish shop loop cleanup. Because understanding, Marshall, I think you have to issue us a permit to do the cleaning there.
Actually, if we're not doing a full tree removal on any of those trees that are overhanging there and you're just cutting limbs down, then we don't need to permit that.
Okay.
So full tree removal requires that we follow our HPA
Yeah.
guidelines, and that involves, photographs, tree clearing. The logs need to be pinned against the bank, and then the limbs can be removed and chipped up. Any of you guys that remember Fish Hook Canal, we did some work in there, and there's more work to be done.
Yeah, the fish hook is my second one on the list.
Yeah, is that? Yeah, that's
Bass entry, with bass entry.
so the Bass Canal is just a limb operation, is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so that's not going to require the, activation of the HPA procedures.
We are getting into the time when a lot of people are pulling their boats out, so it's gonna be hard to get somebody with boats to go in there. I was gonna go and talk to the homeowners on each side of the canal, to ask them, one of them's a vacant lot, and ask if we could pull onto their lot, go down the bank and do some cleaning and dump it into a trailer that we can hopefully get rid of, and talk to the city about where we can get rid of it at, now that the green is gone.
Yeah.
Does the corporation still have their boat?
That's
Barge or whatever?
Yeah, they're barged in the water still, but I'm in the water. I'm in the water. Yeah, I'm in the water. I got room for 10, 12 adults on my boat, so I'm in the water right now, and I will be probably till February. I'll pull it out and clean it up in February, and then, but yeah, I'm in the water.
So, I'll talk with Connie, because she was wanting to, work on this very heavily, and so we'll see about property owners giving us permission, first of all,
Yeah.
and that way I can take my truck down there with my trailer, and we can throw stuff that we cut up right into my trailer,
Right.
so we'll get rid of it.
The thing that we need to be careful of is we gotta not follow the profile of the bank and basically strip it down to the edge and mess with that vegetation. It's the overhanging limbs and stuff like that.
Right.
As long as you can get to that from the beach, then you're good to go.
I have extending poles and stuff like that.
Okay, perfect.
Timbers and everything else, so
When are we thinking about doing that?
I'll talk with Connie. We're gonna have to figure that out, because it's getting towards the cooler season,
Mhm.
and so we'll have to see what we can do.
And
Great work party.
you're starting to get closer to a date, let me know and I'll reach out to our new Public Works Director so that we could use the dump truck and Public Works could haul it off for you. So, yeah, we can definitely make that happen.
Okay.
Those are the two you want to do first, is you want to work on bass and you want to work on fish hook.
Yes, the second one that I have on the list is the fish hook canal and removal of the hazardous trees. There are a lot of overhanging trees on fish hook.
Right.
For those that have been down there, it's really dangerous. Right now, I can't go down there. I go down with my bimini up, but I scrape my bimini every time.
Yeah.
My fishing poles have to go down on the deck because they catch the trees, which is, inconvenient. And a lot of people are saying the same thing, that, they're catching stuff. So we need to figure out.
You're doing a zigzag, to try to avoid that, yeah,
Trying to go.
it's been a constant zigzag for years.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna do multiple sites at the same time, which, most of that, I mean, it's been bid out in the past and they had a tree service company come in to drop the trees.
Okay.
And then, the Fresh Waterways Corporation was out there with their barge, moving the logs around, giving the tree service company a platform to work off of.
Yeah.
And then, they were able to push the logs around, get them pinned up against the bank, remove the limbs, that kind of thing. If you're gonna do multiple, give me some lead time on that, because I gotta go down and take pictures and submit a map where all the proposed tree removal is gonna happen and get that to Fish and Wildlife for.
We're not planning on
We're not planning
any
on
trees.
Just trimming the overhang.
Yeah, we're just doing.
Overhang.
Just limbing. We're not,
Tree removal.
we're not
You're not
removing.
dropping any trees.
Have you been down through there at all?
Yeah, that's what
Fish
I'm
hook?
thinking, you're dropping trees.
Well,
A lot of overhang.
where you can go past each other.
Permit allows for that, it's just there's more expense
Yes, okay.
when we get into that, but if that makes sense,
It
to.
won't be done at the same time as the gas canal is done, so I'm not gonna be doing
Okay,
two different locations at the same time. That's gonna be too difficult. And what I'd like to try to do is put something out that we can, request assistance from people who would like to volunteer to help us do some cleanup. And even some high school kids or whatever, so.
Well, maybe you can, or someone. Prepare like a scope of what needs to be done in there, so we're all on the same page as far as, are we limbing or are we dropping trees? Cause I mean, I'm fine with whatever, but I thought we were just.
Well,
I think we're limited.
That ride down there to Bass.
Yeah.
And basically all we noticed that really had to be done was that access.
Yeah, we just need to do
The
some.
main canal itself is pretty much wide open.
Yeah.
It's just the access coming in for
Yeah.
the bridge
Right.
and getting some of those.
you're talking Bass Canal.
Gas canal.
Yeah, that looked like a limb operation.
Yeah,
When you
limbing.
switch over to fish hook, that, you guys might wanna talk about dropping some trees in there that are
Okay,
weeding out there pretty hard.
okay,
Okay,
so we need to work
we need to do a
low.
scope on each one.
Yeah, we need to do scope.
Yeah.
And we'll talk. We'll get that done.
Who's gonna do that? Who's gonna manage that?
Probably me or Connie.
I'll say you for now.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, then the last new one that I had was, main thing is we're getting lots and lots of lily pads from all the canals. Are they considered as noxious weeds? And
They need to remain for fish habitat. The lily pads need to stay.
They're not really invasive.
okay, I'm just,
yeah, they're native.
I've had some people question me about the lily pads and the large numbers that are popping up.
They're coming up this time of year, and then they'll kind of dissipate in the winter time, and then it's lily pad season right
Yeah,
now.
my grandmother used to, tell me that they were protected and that I could not pick them. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's.
I think my grandmother did too.
Yeah,
Are they gonna do any more spraying for trying to get rid of the pennywort that's floating up and down the Grand Canal?
That doesn't come to
That's
the-
coming in your thing.
That's my next up. I'm up next.
Good, good.
Okay.
I don't wanna submit any
Yeah,
pictures.
I can let people know that they're there for,
They're
they'll be
native,
there.
yeah, we can't remove any native vegetation, and it's native, so if it's non-native vegetation, then we should be able to find out how to remove it, but if it's native vegetation,
Yeah.
especially for the fishery, we can't
Okay.
remove it.
can I add something to that? So when we talk about native vegetation, the cattail and stuff like that, if it's a safety hazard around a dock, then those kind of vegetations can be pruned and cut back to create a safe zone around a dock, so we don't have some kid getting tangled up in the weeds or whatever.
Right,
So that would be the exception to
Isn't
the,
that like 10 feet around the dock?
that's what I tell people, 10 feet, or if you've got a boat that happens to be bigger than that, most of your pontoon boats are not 10 feet wide, so. We want to have a safe spot for somebody to come in and moor their boat or swimmers to get on and off a dock without, getting tangled up in the weeds, so. That would be the one exception.
All right. Next up is discussion for the Aquatex update on the waterways treatments, and that's Becky.
I got a very rough draft this morning from Aquatechnics and I kept pushing so that I could have something for this meeting today. And I have a bunch of questions on it that he's gonna need to update before it is like a real good something that we can share and post and everything. One of the questions that I have in there is, he said that the carp from 1994 and the early 2000s have all died out. I think we all think that's not true. But I think it's posted on our website.
By my dock
Right.
around March.
Right, we have-
I'll show you the
When the
picture.
sun's out.
Yeah, and I said in the email, I said, they're basically, we have dinosaurs now. They're.
Oh, boy.
So, I'm pushing back on that. He said the most successful treatments this year, were what he was hoping for. The curly leaf pondweed is what he said he was down here like 4 or 5 years ago to do the IAVMP, and there wasn't a lot of that. And he said when he came down this year, he was like shocked to see how much of that curly leaf pondweed was actually in our system. The problem with that one is when it dies off on its own, it produces what's called turions, and turions produce many more of each single curly leaf pondweed. So that is something that he is going to continue to eradicate for us. And that's one that grows from the bottom up too. So that's one that you get snagged on with your boats. There was a little bit of the Eurasian milfoil. And then this was a new one that I hadn't heard before, widgeon grass. The Elodea. And he used dicot only because it was the most broad spectrum. So he stuck to just the one chemical for treatment. And so he feels that it was very successful. You guys are out there. I need to know how successful you think it was, because I'm not out on the waterways. And when I say that, like, and I know, Jeff, you said, are they gonna come back, or, are they gonna come back and treat more? We can request that some treatments are done outside of the fish window, and that's not a problem. We still have money in the budget, in fact, in this project budget. I just wanna make sure that we're calling out, well, I want to make sure we're calling out for him where he needs to come back specifically. So send me pictures of what you see, but then also, like, how do you think it went?
Been out one time since I've had surgery. So
Okay,
I'm not, 2 times maybe.
I've been out quite a bit, and it's better, except for right now, the what did I-
Anymore?
Pennywort is coming back very strong right now.
Very strong, and it's floating back and forth with the wind.
Well, I think what happens is we get treated prior to the big rains. So those are on the ground, and that's happened in the past. So we get treated, then the water level raises, and then those things grow back out. So are we treating it the wrong time of year? I mean, it seems like it's always been a rescue,
That does happen, but.
always.
And I watched on mine, and after they sprayed, I pulled a lot of the dead stuff
Yeah.
out. And the new stuff started growing again,
mhm,
so on both sides of my lot,
yeah,
so. And it's a bright green, so it's fresh stuff.
Yeah, so we didn't get treated at all around the island
okay,
on either side.
yeah,
So there's a lot growing there. The old guy that used to be, one of the ends there, and I've been gonna take pictures,
yeah,
but I figured I'd wait. I wanted to see kind of, neither side. So my problem with that is everybody that comes in and out of there drags that back out.
yeah,
So but that's been my experience. So, there are lakes and places that require that you clean your boat before you bring in the water. I think we should look into something like that, because that's most of our problem. Is we allow people to bring their boats in here from everywhere without any kind of inspection or any kind of a cleaning station. Just a suggestion,
yeah.
but that's most of our problem. I've been here a long time, and that was not a problem in the beginning. It's just grown.
Yeah,
It's
but
grown and grown.
state law, and it's something that we could ask Sergeant Cody, because he's the one that monitors the waters for the most part, if there's something that he could do, or if he is already like looking into that or something, because I
It
would,
would be,
A little bit's better than none at all.
it would be really hard for them to say at the boat launches to, make sure your bottom is clean, because we don't have any facilities there.
to clean them.
They make portable stations. So I researched years ago, they make a portable station they could park there that can be used as you bring your boat up, either in or out of the water. I mean, I've considered taking my boat other places, but I want to clean it before I take it there, out of respect for their water, knowing that we're dragging it around. Nor do I want to bring it back here in that condition. So, you know, if we're conscious like that, I think that'll save us half the problem we have.
Okay, I
So
took
does that
that.
mean they're going to end up treating more for penny wharf then, because, I mean, it's. like
So I will-
going all over.
I will ask him because depending on what they use, they can't treat all year long. They have to treat inside the fish window. And I don't know exactly that date. I don't know if it's at the end of October. For some reason, I think it's in October. So if somebody could send me a picture of the pennywort, that would be great. I could send him. And I'm trying to, and this is in his report too, we talked about it, I think at the last meeting a little bit. There's Duck Lake and the canal system for ecology purposes are separate. And they should be the same because they run into each other. They have the same, plants and a lot of the same issues. Duck Lake can be treated pretty much all year long. The canals have to be treated within that fish window. So
Have to be treated, but can they be maintained?
not with treatment.
I didn't say treatment. Can they be maintained? Can we employ,
Oh,
through some fashion, a
Right.
crew that maintains the shoreline annually, that starts and works its way around the perimeter?
we've talked about that.
Okay, so
Yeah, you're in the right, all of it. We've talked about in the future.
okay.
budgeting-
I see that as something we really could use on a ongoing, it's a long-term maintenance program. It's not about let's throw chemicals at this year and see how it works out till next year, that we've done for 18 years.
Yeah, no, for sure. So
We need some ongoing
what,
crew. if you
none of
will.
that is free.
Of course not.
So what we're looking at doing in the future with council approval, we would like to buy a harvester and have a staff that can run that harvester year round. I mean, the long and short of it, that's what we need. So that's what we're talking about.
It is.
So, yeah.
But the manpower is more important than the harvester.
No, I think we got.
Well,
I think it's
A lot of
You're
it
clean
is,
by the shorelines, you need a harvest.
I know we're not gonna be around forever, like this particular people here, but the idea is that advisory board, that's what we're talking about too, is put little work crews together. So
Absolutely.
if you have to pick a canal and take a week, and just go in and clean it.
Absolutely. We're on the same page there, because I see
That's
that's
what-
what, somebody come and do the shoreline, what's it take to do that much shoreline?
Right, that's what we do.
And there's a lot of vacant lots. There's a lot of people that can't afford to pay to have that done.
Right.
Whose responsibility is it? Is it the city's or is it the property owner? Well, there's an easement there, so it becomes the city's, or is it the state? I mean, we get into some muddy water there, but it needs to be done regardless. So how we approach that really requires manpower.
Yeah, and we talked about that earlier with the work crews, so that addressed through the work crews that we're trying to put together and the community work crews. So, yeah, the city can't afford to hire someone right now to go out and clean all the canals and
But
stuff like that.
understand
But
one thing. what you're
the whole
saying,
town
if
is
we
set up
just
of
get-
volunteers. I mean, everyone in this town's volunteer.
Exactly.
So we'll just volunteer and go do it. If
But
it's
there are
important to
some
us.
people who, if you approach the shoreline of their property,
They get upset.
they can get upset at you.
Oh,
They-
Well, that's okay. They can clean it themselves.
But
We don't,
is
we're not.
that
we don't have to
something that's
be out there
considered
doing it.
easement, just like on the road?
The
Shoreline considered easement, would you know that, Marshall?
I think the same rules, under your chemical treatment program would apply. So
Good.
whether it's mechanical treatment or not, if you're removing an invasive species, I'm sure that the permit would.
Okay.
And then the last piece I have is the sonar herbicide is the one that can be used all year long as well. So that is something that will start up in the spring with him.
That's the one outside of the fish window back there.
Yeah.
And that's lake and canal or just lake?
Lake and canal, that one can be used in any water source, any time of the year.
Okay.
And we're planning on supplying that in the spring.
What's that called?
Sonar.
Sonar?
Yeah, and there's two, there's like a LP and an RP or something. So if you look and have questions about which one it is, just shoot me an email and I'll let you know, because I don't remember off the top of my head.
Right. Okay.
Anything else?
We're having a town hall.
Yeah,
Are we getting the Herrera report? the board before?
Yes,
the town hall?
yes, you will. They're finalizing it. You'll have it beforehand. I'll make sure you guys get copies of it. As soon as we get it, you guys will have it because we've already gone through and like made some small edits and things like that. So like with the carp, everybody thinks the carp are dead, but
Yeah.
Does Janet have something or is that,
And she-
okay, okay, she did.
Okay, yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure we were gonna get that report soon.
yeah, as soon as we get it, you guys will have it same day.
And will that be
Great.
up on the city page too?
Yep.
Some people ask about it that aren't on the board, saying.
Yeah.
Might have questions at that meeting also.
Yep, yeah, that's why we're gonna put it out ahead of time.
Sounds good.
The-
Okay,
You have the date for that town hall?
21st.
21st.
We'll also have our solar utilities rates study.
Awesome. And I'll put up a link to it also on the Fresh Waterways Facebook page. also.
Great.
I'll put up a link up there.
I think it'll be well attended.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's a good, and I would like to see all of our board members at that meeting too, so that we are there making a presentation, our body's present, so that.
Do you want to pick a representative to sit at the table up front with us?
Sure.
Okay.
I guess that's me.
We'll let you.
I can do it. So, yeah, I'll be happy.
All in favor, say aye.
I'll be happy to do that. Okay, report from the members of the board on your areas in canal inspections. Jeff, Lake Menard,
Lake Menard's looking good. I've been over there a couple times. Water looks good. It's tough to get from the canal past our leadership's house into the lake itself. But that's always been a problem.
it's a low spot.
Yeah, and I've got a big boat, so if I don't have a lot of people on, I mean, I can get through there. I generally can. But yeah, other than that, it looks really good over there. Yeah.
Okay, James, Bell Canals and North Grand Canal.
Same, goes ebbs and flows, right? One day, 1 minute it looks great and the next minute it's covered with little green dots. And the next 10 minutes, it's clean as can be. So just same as it's been. I haven't seen any blooms.
On the far North Canal, Grand Canal and North Deck Lake, everything there looked really good except for the penny wort, which is definitely populating up the edge. And as I said, the other one was the people questioning about lily pads and if they were invasive, so. Okay,
Yeah, I did the south end of the Grand and the
Fish hook.
part of the fish hook and part of the lake. They're all looking pretty good, except there's a lot of, the penny wort back and forth. I did have a sample I took one day that we did the stick
Yeah.
test. And then didn't hear any results of that.
We were fine, it came back fine. There was no negative on the report.
They didn't send us results, and so like 2 weeks ago, this was a while ago.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, whatever, yeah, so
Yeah,
he reached out and.
I talked to them last week and they,
Yeah, it looks good other than, the overhang in fish hook that will, I
Yeah.
guess, take care of through the winter.
That's right. Janet, do you have anything? You're on mute.
There. Bass Canal, I did the stick test the other day. It was clean. Lots of wind blown falling leaves are on the surface and there's a lot of new lily pads around my dock. I don't know what the entrance looks like. We were through there, last month? And we made it through. So, but yeah, that's all I've got.
And Jim, you don't have anything signed at this time. You help others, so you're off the hook on that. All right. Public Works Liaison Report, anything else from you, Mickey?
No, but as I just want to talk, you guys, huge kudos to this advisory board. I know we haven't been meeting together very long, but you are moving the needle on what we're going to be able to do. And you're really doing what you should do. And bringing us ideas and doing research outside of the meetings, and you're taking upon yourselves to make the lakes and canals better. And I'm super impressed. So awesome. Thank you.
City council liaison report, Richard?
No, the council has not given me anything for a liaison report, and I apologize for the name. Jeff Owen, that's you with the sling, isn't that Jeff Owen?
Yeah,
My question, when you were talking about doing a weekly or a regular cleanup around the edges of the canals, I was confused. Are you talking about overhanging branches or if you're talking about weed removal? And if you're talking about weed removal, what's the plan? Because it's going to be very difficult to get a harvester that close to the bank. So I was just confused by what you were trying to accomplish with a regular cleanup. I don't know what that meant.
Yeah, so my view of that isn't with the harvester. It's about people in the water, in waders, cleaning that shoreline of all the invasive species. That's my vision. It's not a harvester. It's gonna take manpower.
Thank you. That makes sense. And I suggest when you put it in the notes that we're talking about manpower, not spraying and not mechanical harvesting, because that's a huge difference and a lot more work. But anyway, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is the Ocean Shores Fresh Waterways Corporation report. Phyllis.
I'll read a statement from the corporation. So the Ocean Shores Freshwaters Corporation was established in November 34 years ago. During that time span, many trustees and volunteers have been involved with the care of the waterways and events, doing anything from removing trees, branches, reef floating, abandoned docks, water testing, removing dead deer, sponsoring the driftwood, seahorse sticks. I miss sticks. It was a great thing. Flag Day parade and ongoing paddle the shores. Unfortunately, the time has come to end the care of waterways. We've contacted an attorney and we are working on dissolving the corporation. Thank you.
We're sorry to hear that.
Okay, next up is public communication. Do we have any comments from anybody on anything that you may have heard here today or?
What are they gonna do with their equipment?
You want to buy it? I have to liquidate assets.
Depends. I personally don't want to buy it, but I know some people.
We will be liquidating assets as certain.
Well, they were talking about a platform and I know that that's something that's gonna be needed if we're doing trimming. They've got a great I know where that equipment is. It just needs some upkeep. So,
Attorney's still working on documents.
Well, the board can't buy anything because we don't have any money. They do. Yeah, they do. Okay, so is there any other public comment? Yes.
Hi, Nani Bacon. You know, the algae bloom sign had come up and I've seen it around. Is that still a concern for us?
It is not, and I will ask again to make sure they're all turned around. They've missed some. So thank you for letting me know. And they're working on a map of where all of them are placed. Believe it or not, we don't have that yet. It's something that Ricky, our new public works director, who will come to probably the next meeting. He's a new dad. He just had a baby, so he's not a little bit. But thank you for letting me know so that we can get it taken care of. Yeah.
What is it?
Algae bloom.
Algae bloom.
Yeah, if we test positive for a bloom anywhere, we have this, we just put the signs up in all of the lakes and canals because it moves and spreads and you all know that.
Any other comments?
I just want to thank you, Becky, for your communications during.
Hey, you're welcome.
As soon as I walked in that veterans coffee thing, I got a question for you.
Oh, is
A lot
that,
of people who live on the canals were seeing the issue and concerned about it.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
The algae bloom, is that poisonous to dogs swimming in the water?
It is, yeah, it's toxic to pets and humans. And the question that Kurt got asked this morning was, why do we clean the Oi Hut ditch after the treatment is done in the lakes and canals. The reason it's always been done that way, we haven't always cleaned the ditch actually, just the past 3 years. But the reason it's done that way is the ditch has to be cleaned out when it's got the lowest amount of water in it possible, which is typically end of September, beginning of October. And then it's more, they get more out of it. They're able to clean more with the less water and it's safer for them. Going forward with the different things we'll be able to do with this new sonar chemical, treat different times a year, like, and then we'll say, why are we cleaning out the ditch at all? Because it's just, but we'll get it all.
Yes.
I would just like to reiterate what you said earlier, that I plan on attending that town hall meeting, and I would find it very helpful to read the Herrera report before the meeting.
Yep, we will put it out ahead of time and we,
Our Facebook page will have a link.
Yeah.
It's on their site, I'll put it up on our First Waterways Facebook page. Anybody who's been there, I mean, our Facebook page has been growing quite a bit, and it's got a lot of people in there and looking at what we're doing, so I think that's really great.
Do we have algae blooms right now? Or
we don't,
just
we,
like-
we don't have any tested positive right now.
Okay, all right, I just got, okay. With a sign comment and then asked the question, I thought maybe there were some blooms that I was unaware of, but yeah, we're not in any algae bloom right now at all. Okay.
Sometimes out there, and I don't wanna get, hurt or. Raccoon.
Okay. Our next meeting will be on November 3rd, at 2 p.m. in this room here again. We welcome everybody to come and join, and there'll be postings on it going out again on our Facebook page and on the city side also. And lastly, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Second, all in favor?
All right.
Aye.